Courage is talking on when you don't know the lines anymore, when you don't know the words anymore. You had a thought and then all of a sudden, poof, it's gone. It happens to me a lot. It happened in this video too. So bear with me when you hear me a little bit like, I'm searching for words. Where do I pick up where I left off? It's going to be worthwhile. Okay, see you in a bit.
When you are walking outside and you have snow, do you need courage in order to walk there? Well, since my stability is a little bit off, I actually do.
So here I am walking outside in the snow. It's not much. But I was a little surprised. I expected there to be snow in the different parts of the country, but over here, not so much. Anyway, for me it does take a little courage to be walking outside when it's slippery because of the lack of stability I've got. And the first thing that came to my mind, should I go to the physical therapist tomorrow? What if it's slippery outside? And of course they have I want to say snow plows, but we don't need that. They actually have salt, so they use salt here on the roads to make sure that it's melting, so that's good. And you know, I'm a careful driver normally, so I don't think that I need to worry too much. So, and otherwise, I'll see this big red an announcement, don't go driving. But yeah, I expected the snow to be somewhere else in the country other than here. So yeah, I'm a little surprised. But well, what is snow? I mean, yeah, it's a little white, that's it. I mean, that's it. So today, well, just now I had this meeting. It was a meeting between Brendan Burchard and Ed Milet, and they were going back and forth about what we believe to be true. So basically, when certain situations occur and we don't feel secure, we tend to overload ourselves with negative thoughts, especially when something happens like boom, all of a sudden. And he mentioned, at Milet, mentioned something called stacking. So we stack one thought on top of the other one. If this happens, then oh my god, and what if? And we start building, and that's so true. So he said, and I've said that too, if you want someone to freeze, let them stack those buildings on top of them, of those. But if you want people to not get stuck, get them to move. And that's so true. I always say that to you too. So for people who are experiencing an anxiety attack, the first thing that they need to do is start counting backwards, sing a birthday song, start going up the stairs up and down, anything to get you out of that loop of recurring thoughts. So this is what's happening. People drive slowly, which makes sense. They want to be careful. And actually, it's not slippery at all in the streets. I'm a little surprised about it, so that's good. Anyway, it was a good live session because we tend to overreact, which of course has to do with our mindset, things that have happened to us before, things we've heard from others. I did a long video about it yesterday actually, and I have to say, walking here, it's kind of funny because I know that my mom would have been like, oh my god, I can't go outside, it's slippery. And you know, back in the days when I was still walking with crutches don't mix very well with wet surfaces. So yeah, that would be a difference too. But you know, I'm pleasantly surprised that I'm walking very sturdy. So, and I also realized that, you know, in other countries there's really snow, a lot of snow, you know, like this high maybe. So what's this? But you know, the thing is, because there's hardly any layer of snow, it gets slippery very quickly. And that's what we need to be careful with, about, you know. So to my surprise, it's starting to snow again. Well, the good news is I need to be back in time anyway. Oh my god, it's going to snow really heavily right now. Yeah, I'm going a little bit quicker. You see? Something is happening here. And well, that's the one thing I did not expect. But I'm wearing my raincoat. I just don't want my phone to get damaged by any rain or snow or hill or whatever it is. I'm almost at the grocery store. Just going to get there just for the sake of walking, and then after I'll be going back in time to be part of the next meeting, the next training, which will be in circa half an hour or a little bit less, and hopefully it has stopped snowing by then. Anyway, that's it for now. Laters. So good news, it has stopped snowing. Well, snowing is actually preferable as opposed to rain, because rain makes you wet, and snow can be well, if you just knock on your coat, it just drops off. So that's way easier. Anyway, I'm walking back. So the next thing when it comes to training is about marketing. I've talked about that too in the video yesterday. So when it comes to courage, one can say, well, courage, marketing, really. But when you're not familiar with the system, and it happens to me quite a lot that I'm not familiar with the system, and actually it's not as easy as it seems. And well, I'm getting familiarity with the system because I take one step at a time. That's what it is all about, taking one step at a time, trying it, failing, doing it all over again, trying, failing, doing all over again. And I guess that's how courage is being built. It has to do with stamina. So do you have the stamina to continue on, even when you don't see results straight away? Because, well, just stating the obvious, you are worth it. You are worth achieving those results. But if you don't take action, then nothing will happen. That's a guarantee. If I wouldn't be walking here, I wouldn't know that I actually do have a lot more stability than I would think I have. If I wouldn't be talking to you right now, I could say, yeah, I'm doing this courage challenge, and talking about consistency, I've been posting every day since December 1st. But you know, if I don't go out there and do it and record it and talk to you, there's nothing to post. Now, is there? Well, fortunately for me, I don't always record a video, but today it seems kind of nice. And just look at this. Remember that it was white before? Well, it's gone, and that's because it's not freezing over here. That's why I was so surprised that it was actually white just earlier in this video. And getting back to courage and talking about consistency, I wanted to say something and I completely forgot what it was. That's the thing that happens when I continue talking on. So no, I really don't know. Oh my god. Well, you know, the thing when it came to courage was that I was like, do I have enough to talk about? I have no clue if I have enough inspiration to talk about stuff every day. And well, as it turns out, it's actually not that hard. And what I've learned is that when I go to this place, just calming down, meditating, then everything calms down and quiets down. And then all of a sudden, poof, there are those ideas. And that's exactly what, oh look, that's slippery. Ed Milet was talking about with Brendan before, because he talked about the power of meditation. And that's so true. It's when we stop what I call looping, and what he referred to also as stacking those thoughts. When you no longer are going in that circle, then all of a sudden there's room. There's room for positive things in your mind. There's room for, hey, I can actually do it. Now that's cool. Look at the playground. It's actually white underneath. And yes, I know it's nothing compared to other countries, and probably nothing compared to further down in this country either. But it's about doing it. And talking about, I remember what I wanted to talk about. It's part consistency, part courage. I am part of this Pokemon Go raid group. So every day we host, when there's something available. Some of us do go out to actually go to the Pokestop so we can host more, because there is a limit to 5 raids a day if you do it from your couch and you're not near a Pokestop. And that gives me the courage to actually go outside. And sure, you can say courage, why? But those who have followed my story a little bit know that when it comes to stability, that's kind of awkward for me and hard, because I never know what to expect. So all I know is I need to keep going. I need to go, walk out there, get things done. But I don't know if it's going to hurt. And I also don't know what's going to happen when it comes to these kind of circumstances, right? And and it's really cold, it does take its toll on me. So I'm constantly I'm looking at the amount of Pokestops here. Look, because I need to know whether I need to go an extra round, because the Pokestops are about to stop right where I am. So and then I need to just go a few meters to the left or the right, and then I've got all the Pokestops that I need in order to win this challenge. So these challenges here on Pokemon Go, they actually help me to get out of my comfort zone. And that's basically what we're talking about when we're talking about courage. It's about getting out of that comfort zone and doing stuff that you normally wouldn't do or wouldn't like to do. So around here is the last Pokestop. And either I need to go around the corner now. I just hope it picks up by itself, or I need to go back, or I need to go elsewhere on this terrain. And I actually wanted to go inside, since the next training is going to start pretty soon. So yeah, this is a shame. I need to go find the other one. I was hoping that, I would be in time, but I cannot move away from the video. Because if I do, then, video stops, and I try to do as less editing as possible. And yes, that's also related to courage. So now it actually says that it's too far from my other phone. That's hilarious, right? Here's the phone. That's probably because I'm talking to you guys and it has trouble picking up the signal, which can be true. So I'm just going to walk towards this lovely bridge just in front of me, and then see if I can meet the target. You know, I was thinking about this, and I was like, if it hadn't been for Pokemon Go, and look at this, it's all gone. I don't think I would be walking here right now. You know, it's before Pokemon Go, I actually got myself to start walking again. I usually would go to this restaurant, which is not too far away, just to get myself moving again. And well, then at some point I figured out that this was actually close by, so that's the shopping mall I just was at. And I was okay, so I cannot carry a lot of stuff on my back. So right now I am carrying some stuff on my back. Yeah, you can see it there, but it's not much. And you know, it helps to motivate me to go for that walk, go do stuff. And well, you know, when it comes to health, that's such an underrated thing. But let's be honest, when it comes to courage, do you have the courage to go on the scale? Do you have the courage to say, I'm going to eat differently? Do you have the courage to say, I'll leave this, it's time for change? Because quite honestly, a lot of people, you know, it's sure, there's something called money, but then again, apart from money, is it really that it's so hard? It's no fun. That's absolutely true. I mean, always having to turn something down, saying this is not possible. Yeah, there is no fun. Absolutely, there's no fun to it. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible to do. And you know, with a lot of unhealthy stuff going around, so this is when it gets slippery. So the pools which have frozen. So yeah, there we go. See, reward. So now we can walk back. So that's good, because I still have training in a little bit. So courage also has to do with, do I walk really outside like here? There's practically no one here at this time of day. And usually I actually do it like in the middle of the night. But quite honestly, I don't really care about that stuff. I'm not too worried. There are a lot of cameras here. And besides there being cameras, I sort of have like ears in the back of my head and eyes in the back of my head. And that's one of the reasons I don't want headphones which mute all the sound. So no noise, active noise cancelling for me, at least not when I'm walking. It would be nice, you know, when recording, especially when being at a restaurant or a pub or whatever, where they have loud music. And you know, the thing with music is copyright, and copyright means that YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whoever it is either going to give you restrictions and say you're not allowed to do this, that and the other anymore, which is related to posting, or they take out part of the video and then you won't be able to hear me anyway. So actually the opposite is true for me. I don't like walking in the morning outside when there are a lot of people. So when it's really early, I do it every once in a while, when I know my neighbors aren't there. But I'm not really fond of them. I mean, they probably know that I'm there, but I don't want the interaction, not during the day. During the day, I just want to do my own thing. And the thing is, when it comes to packages, well, the package carriers, and they know when you're around. So I need to make sure that they think I'm not. That it's no use knocking on my door, ringing the doorbell, because I don't want to go down the stairs and say hi and get the packages for all other people. I mean, for my husband, sure, but for other people, well, actually, no. Okay, it seems like I've made it just in time. It's starting to snow, rain again, or it's just the sound of these pipes probably. Anyway, thanks for listening in. What's the one thing you need courage for? I ask you every day, but you know, I'm pretty sure that not every day it's going to be the same answer, and that you actually don't post the answer every day. So I'll see you soon again in a bit. If you want to see more when it comes to courage, then go click over there, and you will see more videos related to courage.